like many, many thousands, if not millions of people, I am very fearful that this year something very horrible is going to happen on a global scale. Something catastrophic. As a result of all the intensification of munitions going off and people's lives being ruined, and governments that are dictated to behind closed doors by financial institutions clamping down on the citizens of the respective countries with every right-infringing maneuver that they can come up with. But also, like many people, I believe that we can stop them. If you add up all the wealthy people in positions of power of all the leading nations in the world, you still don't have 100,000 people. You might not even have 50,000 people. And I mean, you know, the departments and the military officials and even the soldiers, really. Soldiers that are willing to open fire on the citizens of the world. What, especially in the United States and the Western, what's called the Western world, leaders, I really don't think they grasp how different it is right now in terms of awareness of the populace because of internet and the way communications is. So many more people are just quietly aware in a very cloaked state of seething hatred for the powers that be. And I don't think the President of the United States, I don't even consider him the President of the United States, but you know what I mean, the man occupying the office at the moment. It's only been him and George W. Bush who existed in this age of the internet. Clinton sort of, but I mean it was really just still in its kindergarten stage at the time. People have gotten the word out. People have, you know, however much you can criticize it, but at least people doing something like I'm doing now. You know, they'll sit in front of a camera and then speak their views. There's so many people doing that, and the overwhelming majority of these people that are being sincere are against the initiatives that are being laid down in warlike terms all around the world. And the fallacious reality of all of their initiatives, you know. And these people are just the degenerative reality of the central essence of the people that are doing this. Like, I mean, you look them straight in the eye, whether it's Michael Chertoff or Janet Napolitano, Barack Obama. These people, Eric Holder, they're just vacuous monsters. I want them imprisoned. I just want them gone. Those ridiculous, ugly little people of North Korea. Blow them off the map. I mean, just to do it. I want to get rid of our leaders, put them in prison, put them on capital punishment trials, need be, whatever's appropriate in consideration of what they've done. And then just have some fun, you know, and just wipe the map off with all these people. The Israeli leaders, the leaders of North Korea, those ugly little men in their stupid outfits, those stupid-looking Chinese in their military outfits. Blow them away. Take our toys that all of our tax money has gone to build and just launch them over there and let them have it. Nuke them. I mean, take them all prisoner and make them work in factories. The son of the last North Korean leader, he's just this fat, ugly scumbag. I want to see that guy doing hard labor, building something with rocks. That's what I want. I want to see his face whipped, his back whipped with a leather whip. I don't want ugly people telling beautiful people what to do. I am sick of it. I want beauty. You walk around anywhere, you see these buildings. Anything that was built in the last 30 years is ugly. It has no proportion to anything in its surroundings. The last time beautiful architecture was designed and put in place was before World War II. I want beauty again. I want dignity. And they're going to make something horrible happen so they have an excuse to just take our rights away. That's the whole point of all this. I mean, the ball is in our court. We got to stop them now. We got to figure out something. We totally outnumber them. We've got to do something. The time to talk about it's over with. I mean, it's got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. I mean, my thought has been we need to attack the media outlets, the television stations. Rip down the antennas. Rip down the broadcast towers. Just surround NBC, surround ABC, any of these broadcast stations of this disinformation nonsense. Just take one of them and get the confidence from that. Then take another. And once we show the government we need business, you know, then deal with them. Because they're going to take your weapons. I'm not a violent person, but I'm a pragmatist too. I mean, they want to be violent. There's only one way to defend against violence. There's going to come a time where we're going to have to pull our guns on their guns. Because they are going to pull their guns on us. Just go through the internet and just type in police brutality and just spend an entire day watching video after video of just, you know, domestic police officers taking liberty with people and tasing pregnant women and people with health issues that if they get tased, their lives are ruined. And the cop doesn't think about that. Not to mention they don't have any reason to tase them. Or just outright shoot them or beat them. And all these disinfo provocateurs leading people into these, you know, screaming protests to be face-to-face with cops that are there. They're all drugged up and they're all trained to hurt civilians. That's what they want. You got to go after the disinformation leaders that are lying to you. Alex Jones, Adam Kokesh, you see them in public. Do something. If they're standing right there, and there's 10 of you, and there's one of them, make it matter. Make it matter. Because those people are not on your side. They have millions of dollars funded to them by Zionists, and they are trying to bait you into getting hurt. Trying to bait you into being a tool to give the powers an excuse to declare martial law. That's all Kokesh has been doing. Getting you to dance in the Jefferson Memorial, to smoke weed in public in front of the White House. Do you really think he's on your side? Really? This Jewish man who just has millions of dollars to pay his bonds to get out of jail every time federal officials put him in prison. And he's out in 2 days. That does not happen. Unless you have millions of dollars and you're part of the plan. And he's Jewish, okay? You can't trace his background past the army. This guy's probably Israeli. And you follow him. Attack him. Show him that you don't believe what he's doing anymore and you're not going along with his ruse. Or any of them. Start somewhere. In mass. In groups. Or individually. Do you have the guts, individually, to decide on picking a person to take out? Just on your own. Don't type it in your journal. Don't email it to anybody. Just decide. That's who I'm taking out. This prominent figure who has committed obvious crimes. They have to go outside sometime. And if it will work, you can find out where they are. You can find out where they have engagements, where they're going to be. They usually only have a few security people around, and you can take them out real easy. And it's not hard. You could get away. And you will have done the world a service. And if one goes down, and another goes down, and more of them, and it becomes a series, those people will be afraid. That is the only way to make them stop, because they think they can get away with it. They think the fuel to their engine is, they think you will not do anything about it, and nothing will happen to them as a result of their criminal actions. Yeah, I think if large groups try to form regiments, they'll get hit and they'll get shut down. But individuals having the confidence, the munitions that they have, on your own, or maybe one or two of you, I mean, maybe a consortium of 4 or 5, you know, that are sworn brothers, sisters, to work out a strategy against a prominent criminal, a CEO of a bank, the head of a network, someone in the State Department, or you know what I'm saying? Somebody who is taking your rights away and laughing about it. You can make a list of 50 people in seconds, not to mention the list of 300. They all got to go. They all got to go. And we got to do it now. We have to do it now. If the United States people could take the United States and make it the United States for the very first time in its history, and pull our troops home, and make the Federal Reserve disappear, and have the same process of money creation done by the Treasury, and have it be accountable and backed by the actual property values of all the people in the country, and have a loan tax, no property tax, no sales tax, no anything like that, just a citizen's tax that goes to the government to maintain our lives and our defenses. We could survive, and we could keep everything going. Everybody that gets a check in the mail, it could still happen because the money is in our control and we decide. Nobody's going to be at risk. Anyone's dependent on these criminals. You just take out the criminals. The dependency can still be there. The programs can still be there. We'll just reorganize how the money is put in play. But we have to take away the criminals, especially the European bankers that are dictating policy to these stooges in Washington, D.C. I know you can see it, and I know you're sick of it. I know you want beauty too. Let's make it happen this year.